of United Supermarkets. While you call in to have your donations matched, we want to tell you about the Dearmond family. They have finally graduated from the NICU with not just one baby, but 3.
That's right. In this case, getting pregnant was a miracle in itself, and thanks to the expertise and equipment at the UMC Children's Hospital, Dutton, Rowan, and Rainey are all happy and healthy at home now. Brittany Crittenden has their story.
Ready, Mama? We are 13 pounds.
Wow. How do you measure a miracle?
We flip him with his head right up there so I can see how long he is.
At the UMC Children's Hospital, it's in inches and pounds.
6 pounds, 1 ounce.
For Mom and Dad, Lacey and Adam, it's in the coos and cries. Things they thought they may never hear. They prayed for baby Dutton, Rowan, and Rainey for years, eventually trying IVF.
Shortly after finding out we were pregnant with triplets, we only transferred 2 embryos, so that was a surprise to us and Dr. Phi.
But bringing all those surprises into this world wouldn't be easy. At 23 weeks, the triplets were diagnosed with fetal growth restriction. At 27 weeks, doctors decided it was time to deliver and give each baby more room to develop. They warned if Rainey weighed less than 500 grams, she had a low chance of surviving.
So it was kind of not knowing what to expect that day. And she was 440 grams, and she was the only one that came out that didn't need to be intubated. And she was a miracle to all of us.
Rainey only weighed 15 ounces. Dutton and Rowan were tiny too, at 2 pounds, 11 ounces, and 2 pounds. With the help of the staff and technology in the NICU, it was time for the miracles to grow.
Luckily, we have the ability and the resources and the tools through the help of CMN to care for them, even at the smallest of sizes, and they did well.
Director of the NICU, Dr. Melissa Peepcorn, says a lot of things were up in the air for the triplets, but faith took over. For more than 100 days, doctors and nurses helped get the triplets breathing on their own and battled all of the usual struggles that come with premature birth.
They become family to you by the time you leave there, and it's hard to say bye to them whenever you leave as well. I know she cried, I cried, it was bittersweet for sure, but
it just feels like home.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've been here for the last 4 years, either seeing OB or fertility, surgery, all the things, and this just feels like home.
Home for the Dearmonds is Childress, so having a high level of care at UMC in Lubbock meant they could stay closer to home and work.
Especially for me, because I couldn't imagine making the trip back and forth to Houston.
And being a new dad and missing out on all the things, basically.
In June, Dutton and Rowan were ready to go home, but Rainey still needed some time to catch up. After so long in Lubbock, the team at UMC convinced Lacey to go home with them and get some rest.
That was a really critical point for her, and getting her and having know that she trusted us enough to leave and go several hours away. You felt like we just had a bond with them.
Initially, weighing the odds didn't look favorable for the tiniest Dearmonds. But thanks to funds from the Children's Miracle Network, state-of-the-art equipment, and first-class staff, the triplets get to keep growing at home. Which looks a little different now.
And this is how you do triplets.
It's a miracle. These babies have been prayed over by the whole community.
Our community and our church family and, people donating to the Miracle Foundation. I mean, you're touching so many lives and you just don't know it. So you're not.
So how do you measure a miracle? For the Dearmonds, the word isn't enough.
Wow. Now think about it, Abner. Rainey weighed 15 ounces, which is an ounce less than this 16-ounce bottle. Can you imagine that little tiny baby? And these are the things that UMC provides to its tiniest patients. Of course, little bitty baby onesies that are so super tiny. And the blood pressure cuff. Look at this. When you wrap this around, really, my little finger, to get a blood pressure reading for a little preemie. It is unbelievable. The little diapers, all sorts of things. It takes money to size down. And we've seen UMC dollars, CMN dollars have also purchased pediatric tools that are tiny, tiny for these smallest of babies.
There's